All right. Let's not go with d4 this time. We played d4 land last time or two. No thanks. My opponent's saying that they just killed the stream. Do I believe that? Let's see what they're going to throw at me. d6? Yeah. Alright, let's go open Sicilian. Let's see how things are different with this game. Ah, knight f6, now a6? There you go. So now, let's try, there's bishop e2, there's g3, there's bishop e3. Let's try that. Okay, now what? Now what? Yeah. I know exactly what I want to do here, don't I? That's why I'm moving so quick. Man, I know exactly the theory on this. Move 4 I got to. No, move 6. I got to move 6. Now I have to start scratching my head. Move 7. What should you be? Okay, is f4 move? Bishop e2? How about queen d2? There we go. I think h6 is a good choice. If h6 is played, and I play back to h4, I'm in trouble. I'm in a place called trouble. Maybe queen d2 wasn't the right idea. This is wonderful stuff, isn't it? Watch this guy fumble through the opening. He's great at fumbling in the opening. Okay, well, I better just take the knight, right? You go here, you get killed. Fork time. There goes the precious dark square bishop. Everybody loves giving up the bishop after 7 moves, don't they? Oh, is my opponent really considering taking with the Ponaruski? Oh. Uh-oh. Power of suggestion, take with the pawn. Ah, okay, wait a second. My bishop is licking his chops. His chops. At what? What is he thinking about? You know what he's thinking about? Follow the mouse. That's your hint. So, what's the significance of having my bishop on h5? Well, A, it pins this pawn to the king. B, it prevents this pawn from advancing and allowing for the bishop to make use of this diagonal. And, well, that's enough reason, isn't it? Let's roll. This guy is going to turn out to be a giant thorn, I think. And if he's attacked, I think I could do something that looks reckless, but I think is very effective. Namely g4. I think I castle now. Or wait, if I castle, knight takes, queen c5, hits my queen and bishop. What I would like to have happen is the queens to be maintained and my bishop to be able to sit here. I feel like there's some attack. Should I take the knight? Pawn, would the pawn take? I'm going to take the knight. Look at this tsunami of pawns. Is my opponent going to take with the pawn? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy in e4 is going to... He's going to drown in these black pawns right here. Wow. Pawn takes or queen takes? Another big decision. This should always draw a lot of your attention. Whenever you have the opportunity to do what? To change the structure. So now, of course, I could queenside castle. However, should I be doing something instead of that? Like first f4, so that I meet e5 with f5, and this bishop is kind of crunched. If I play f5, I believe this bishop's going to have to go off in this direction. What about f4 right now? Oh, man, decisions. Look at the decisions here. I weaken my dark squares. Can this bishop get active? Not really seeing how it could do that. Let's go. f4. My bishop on h5 is a giant pain. And another thing. This king can't castle queenside so easily. How do you defend against f7? This guy right here is the MVP so far. Let's castle. If my knight is hit, I might want to just throw my knight right here. This bishop is, I think, a tall pawn. I think I'm going to run with knight here. Typical idea in the Sicilian. Piece sack. Open lines towards the king as a result. Tempo on the queen, although many times it'll be played when there's more pieces on the board, so I don't know. Should I have actually played a3? Just play my rook here next. I have to keep in mind that when the queen plays to this 5th rank, my bishop is hit. I'll pretty much be responding g4 if that happens, and it's kind of a... With g4, I'm saying, you know what, I'm never going to come back in this direction. And now let's just play here. So now, actually, if pawn push, knight here can't be taken. Why not? I might want to go here unprovoked. Yeah. b4 here, takes, discovered check, I'm on the queen, so that can't play. That can't play. That can't be played. So, okay, now I believe there's big trouble here. Big trouble? Sneaking in here? f6. Tricky knight on c7. b4 is hit. I think this is undefendable. This knight is just a beast. Oh, but I didn't expect that one. I could take this pawn, though. And then this one? Do I take this one? No, because then the bishop comes to life. I think I take this one. I'm hitting the queen. Tempos. I could take this one next. Threaten this pawn. I don't want this pawn to move. If this pawn can't move, this bishop's dead. Tricky knights. Fear the tricky knights. Time situation. About equal. I might want to give up my... Ooh, my bishop's hit, but I'm on this pawn. I think this is TKO time now. Because if this pawn goes, this knight is going to be jumping in here. This is 2-pawn advantage now. I take here. Pawn push, I take here with check and only then take on d5. This is falling apart now. But a closer look back, I believe, will reveal that h5 by my opponent is better than the move chosen. I forget what was played exactly, but before I had the opportunity to play bishop here, I think pushing here for black would have been best. We'll see about that, though. Okay, now, what is the big story here? The big story is I have a giant grip on the position. Bishop here, trade light square bishops, jump a fantastic knight into this position. I could do that right now or play first f5. I like doing it right now. I don't care that this pawn could exchange and maybe this is accessible. I just want to be assured of a good knight versus a not so hot bishop. Okay. Oh, this bishop's getting excited over that right there. Oh, but wait a second. The queen's now come off. Checks. Okay, time. Where are you at? What a bug. Okay, let me do this. Just take with my pawn. Watch over that. King position. My king wants to sneak up here. I better challenge that rook right now. Oh, the rook's going to get active, I think. Rook activity. My knight's watching over the pawn. Just get out of there, rook. Let's get up here. My king is going to have this. Let's watch over this. Everything defended now. Better king position. Take with the rook. Did it really matter? Okay, I have this now. Time. Just make sure that pawn doesn't move. King position. Get my majority going. Right there. Right here. This is a passed pawn. Okay. Time. Pawn's on light. Bishop is close to dead. It's dead. No time. Watch out for stalemate. That's my last fear. Let's just get rid of that knight. Or that pawn. You know what I meant. You that one right there. Let's get this one. Cut him off. Go, pawns. No stalemates. No stalemates. Did my opponent get a stalemate on me the one time? I think so. I have to watch. Not too confident here with keep talking about it. First it's a mouse, then it's a mouse pad. It's going a little slow. Also, it's not the same when I'm streaming either, so all these different factors. Good game, Benko G. Let's hit the rewind. Nope, that's not rewind. That's rewind. Let's flip. And let's see about that H5 move. H5. Okay. Well, firstly, I think my suggestion is for myself. I shouldn't be going with this if I don't know like what I'm doing. Maybe I should go with just a bishop move or so. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even be playing this altogether, but I think H6 was the right idea. This bishop move, I mean H6 is picking up the bishop. Again, bishop here, knight takes. Bishop takes queen, knight takes queen. I'm pretty sure I'm just down a pawn there with that line. So anyhow, once it does get into this position, why not just take with the queen? I don't know what the drawback is with just taking with the queen. It's probably best. But I still see this capture as being quite alright for black. But stopping bishop h5, this is something I had to feel the pain of myself. So I'm not just coming up with this right now. I'm just recalling games where I've taken beatings, and it pretty much started when I allowed my opponent at one point to play their bishop there. So the one reason to stop it is just because I'm sure you felt how annoying it was on this diagonal, but also, again, you want to get this dark square bishop out, and I think this is a wonderful diagonal to be getting to. Because then you're going to make me think twice about castling queenside, are you not? My queen and king being on the same diagonal. And do I really want to go kingside? I'm not so sure about that with this rook having the g-file. So you definitely make me think twice about things if you have this pawn on h5 instead of h6. Just that small little but important detail. That's my main suggestion, I think. I think that's the one way you could really steer the game into a different direction. Because now, it's a tough road ahead. I don't know if pawn takes would help out so much more. Maybe it is better. If you take with your pawn, then this guy you could move. If you take with your b pawn, it's your c pawn that watches over d5, and you can maybe get this guy rolling with f5. That's another idea. Take with your b pawn. I don't know how to break down this structure anymore, to be honest. I sound dishonest by saying to be honest. Right now I'm being honest. Before, though? Okay, anyhow, that's my main suggestion. I think it's tough road ahead now. Maybe this b4 move before I get my rook to e1, if you're going to do that, maybe do it right now, and then it's like a true piece sack. I don't know. Tough to defend, I think, even though the material I would have remaining is a bit limited. But anyhow, I think h5 is certainly something to be thinking about. Okay, let's close.